Have you received a notification that the Turnpike Authority may be taking part of your land or all of your land? If so, there's three things that you really need to pay attention to. My name's Kim Ritchie. I've over 30 years of experience in representing landowners in condemnation cases all across the state of Oklahoma. The three things to really watch for are, number one, make sure that your property is valued at its highest and best use. The term highest and best use is an appraisal term. It is the use to which your property could be placed that would make it sell for the most money that it could possibly sell for. An example, a farmer who owns 40 acres of land and has cattle on it wants to sell their property. But the property should be valued as development land instead of agricultural land. So that development use or value is its highest and best use value. And under the law, that's what a landowner is to be paid when their property is taken from them, because that taking is for now and forever. So the second thing to watch out for is what we call cost to cure items. These are things like the loss of a driveway that needs to be reconstructed, or the loss of a pond, or the loss of parking. The reason we call it cost to cure is that damage is measured by what it will cost to rebuild at another location. An example of a cost to cure item would be the loss of parking in front of a commercial business. It is the cost that it would take to replace that parking at a different location on that same property. The third thing to consider are any relocation damages. When a landowner is displaced from property by the government taking that land, then that owner is entitled to all of the costs associated with relocating to a new property. In the instance of a residence, that would be moving all the personal property to a new location. It can also include what's called a price differential payment on a residential property. That price differential payment is the difference between what it costs to replace the house that's taken and the value that's paid for the house. And number three, don't forget about relocation damages. When a landowner is displaced by a state taking, they're entitled to be compensated for the cost of moving all of your personal property, storing it, and for commercial businesses, the cost of advertising new locations, as well as other costs like refitting to a new location. When you're confronted with an eminent domain situation where your property is being taken, these are three things to consider. There are many more. Make sure that you take the time, do the detail, have all of the relevant information that you can possibly obtain before you arrive at a price. That's one of my main functions as an eminent domain attorney, is to assure that every I is dotted and T is crossed when looking at all the various components of compensation that are available to a landowner. I work with appraisers, engineers, land planners, and a multitude of other professionals in consulting on my cases to make sure that you are receiving complete compensation for the property that you're losing and the resulting damages. And Oklahoma has a very good structure to assure that landowners are fully compensated, and we would love to have the opportunity to help you. We offer a free consultation. We'll come and take a look at your property and help you evaluate it. Whether it's residential, agricultural, or commercial property, it's your property and it's important to you. So if you've received this notice and have questions, give us a call.